Hi viewers, welcome to Commissioner of Collegiate Education, Government of Telangana. I am Veeraya Sheelam, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, working at Government Degree College for Women, Nalgonda. The beside flower is belongs to Gloriosa superba. Commonly it is known as Vishanabi. It has rhizome. Rhizome contain colchicine. The colchicine powder used as mutagen. When colchicine treat to that any living tissue, the number of chromosomes become double. So that is one of the chemical mutagen. One quote today, that is, the major problems in the world are the result of the difference between how nature works and the way people think. So it is the main difference, nature working manner pattern and people thinking pattern is quite contrast. So it is the major problem today. When these are similar, when people are think correct pathway, in that moment the nature works perfect. Course details: BSc, final year, 5th semester, subject botany, paper ecology and biodiversity. Today topic: production ecology part 2. In previous part 1 we have discussed some introduction part about production ecology, that is NPP, GPP, CR. GPP is equal to NPP plus RC. That equation detailed explanation discussed in part 1. Today we are going to, in second, the topic is P by R ratio. P means production. In photosynthesis, during the daytime, green plants are producing carbohydrate or food material. That is called production. That produced organic matter utilizing in respiration. That is called R. So the production amount and consumed amount in respiration. Production amount considered as P, consuming amount considered as R. Almost they are equal or unequal. That is called P by ratio. Simply the relationship in between photosynthesis and respiration amounts. In developing ecosystems, the primary production input is more than output. Means the carbohydrate is more in photosynthesis, consumption organic matter is less in respiration. In that moment P by R value always P greater than R. P means photosynthesis organic matter, R means respiratory consumption organic, P greater than R in developing ecosystems. In stable ecosystem, it is equilibrium state, input and output are equal. Means how much organic matter synthesized in photosynthesis, equal amount of organic matter consumed in respiration. In that condition, that is called P is equal to R. It is indicate stable ecosystem. Example, tropical ecosystem. Naturally it cannot occur, but one experiment did by Odom Odom suggested maybe almost such type of ecosystem visible at a tropical ecosystem. Tropical ecosystems are seen at a equator line on Earth planet. The energy losses in primary production between solar radiation and NPP are probably due to the following reasons. Energy losses in primary production between solar radiation and NPP. NPP means net primary productivity. The reasons: geometry or rotation of Earth and transmission through atmosphere. Another cause is energy not absorbed by chlorophyll. Sometimes chlorophyll has not absorbs solar energy. In that moment, the energy may be lost. The NPP cannot produce it. A rate of CO2 diffuses. So absorption of CO2, photochemical efficiency, and finally plant respiration. These all are causes. When these are not properly working, in that moment primary production cannot formed properly, which causes geometry, rotation of Earth, transmission of through atmosphere, chlorophyll, energy absorption by chlorophyll, CO2 diffusion, photochemical efficiency, and finally plant respiration. These all are influenced to the production of primary production. Next, one more thing, poor efficiency of NPP is due to following reasons. Poor efficiency of NPP. Energy losses between outer atmosphere. Outer atmosphere means of the troposphere, of the exo. So atmosphere has four spheres: troposphere, stratosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. So the exosphere considered as outer atmosphere. In outer atmosphere, energy losses and plant canopy results 15% of energy, solar energy, reaching the earth in tropical region and 8% in temperate region, thus affecting the productivity. For example, this is the earth planet. It is the Mediterranean line. This is the tropical region. It is the tropical region. This is the temperate region. At temperate region, just only 8% of production is visible. At temperate, this is the tropical region. At tropical region 15%, temperate region 8%. NPP visible because availability of temperature. So here listen, tropical region, how much? 15% of solar energy reaching to the earth at tropical region. Tropical region example, Mediterranean of the planet. Because here temperature falls more. The sun rays are fall straight. 8% at temperate region. Temperate regions are far from the Mediterranean line. Therefore, only 8% of the temperature reach to that region. So the NPP, net primary productive, also vary from Mediterranean line to temperate regions. Another one is interception of light by plants also reduces the production efficiency. Interception means natural inhibition, natural toughness. Leaf area index. Some leaf surface are hard, made up of multiple epidermis, hairy, wax coated, etc. Reasons are there, vary species to species, zone to zone. That leaf area index, dependent on that leaf area index, evergreen forest has greater than 10. The interception efficiency greater than 10. Arid deserts at in desert area less than 0.5. In dry season 0.5. In wet season 5. Means evergreen forest and wet seasons the values are high. Here above 10, here 5 are visible. So the light is influenced the production of NPP. The average annual values of interception efficiency. Interception efficiency means every plant pot has a specific opposite to the penetration of light rays. That is called efficiency, interception efficiency. The fraction of incident light interception is 20% for tropical intensive agriculture. Tropical area at Mediterranean line. 5% of tropical subsistence agriculture. It is intensive agriculture, it is subsistence agriculture. But same tropical region, 33% of temperate intensive agriculture. So here 33% of light is required for that agriculture. They need more light, which are temperate region agriculture croplands are need more light when compared to other tropical intensive, tropical subsistence agriculture. And another reason, plant biochemistry. According to a UNESCO report in 1978, 30% of GPP means gross primary production, is available in tropical forest, 40% in temperate forest. So tropical forest located at Mediterranean line, temperate forest located at far from Mediterranean line. 30% GPP is available at Mediterranean line, 40% of GPP available at temperate forest. So from far from the Mediterranean line, that temperate forests are preserved more than tropical forest, which is grass primary production. The ability of production, grass primary production more in temperate forest compared to the tropical forest. Tropical forest located at Mediterranean line, temperate forest means cool forest, cool zone forest. Nearer 40 degree latitudes, 23 end of above to 40, in between 40 degree latitude zones are considered temperate forest. That area forests are producing nearer 40% GPP. It is little bit of larger than tropical forest. Reason, this difference is due to faster respiration than photosynthesis. The reason is respiration, faster respiration than photosynthesis. The plants are respiring, plants are photosynthesizing. In both, when compared to two physiological aspects, respiration is too fast. Where in tropical forest respiration is too fast. Therefore, they produces only 30% GPP. In temperate forest, compared to that, slower respiration visible in temperate forest. Therefore, they produces 40% GPP. Here, respiration rate is decide the production of GPP in tropical forest and temperate forest. Physiological differences in the three types of carbon fixation systems. Carbon fixation, based on the carbon fixation, the plants are divided into three types. One is C3 plants. In C3 plants, the first stable product is contain 3 carbon. Therefore, the plants are called C3 plants during the photosynthesis. Usually these three C3 plants are adapted to the cool and moist shade areas. They need optimum temperature 25 degrees centigrade. C4 plants. These plants produces the first stable product is 4 carbon compound, that is oxaloacetic acid, during the photosynthesis in their chloroplast. These are adapted to the hot and dry climate. Approximately these plants are growing at 40 degrees centigrade. They can able to producing organic material C6H12O6 perfectly at hot dry climate also. And further, another one is CAM plants. CAM means crassulacean acid metabolism. These are perform photosynthesis extreme dry conditions. So very dry environment. They can photosynthesize, they can produce C6H12O6. They are called CAM plants. Example, cactus. Light, CO2, humidity, nitrogen, phosphates are controlling the primary production. These are must required to the photosynthesis, production of GPP or NPP. They can regulate the photosynthesis, especially primary production. So one experiment did by Whittaker 1970 and also Leith 1974 have compiled data about the net productivity of major systems of the world. It is the Whittaker experiment. The values are given kilocalories. So kilocalories, the values are given kilocalories. The values are belongs to year wise annual average values in kilocalories for m square by yearly. It is the net plant production, NPP. We observe here extreme desert just 14 kilocalorie entire the year, desert scrub 315, ocean area 563 kilocalorie, alpine means cool zone near pole area 630. When compared to ocean and tundra, these two compare, ocean has less than tundra zone. Lakes 2250 kilocalorie net primary productivity annual. Temperate grassland means cool zone almost equal to the lake. Woodland and shrub hard zone 2700 kilocalorie. Agriculture land 2925. Savanna 3150. Savannas are suitable for grasses. Coniferous 3600 means 3600 kilocalorie. Temperate forest 5850 kilocalorie per annum. Tropical forest 9000. When compared to temperate and tropical forest, in tropical 9000 in tropical, in temperate 5850. So it is 9000, almost double. You observe here double in between temperate and tropical. Tropical forests are located at equator line. Temperate forests are located at cool zones. So the net primary productivity in tropical forest almost double when compared to the temperate forest. So tropical forest produces a high rate of net primary productivity. And eacheries also, almost eacheries and tropical forest should produce, they can produce equal NPP in annum 9000 kilocalories. When comparison in between temperate and tropical forest almost 2 times greater than temperate forest. So this information given by Whittaker. Total oceans. Oceans produces for yearly just 698 kilocalorie. It is the agriculture land. Total land 3285 kilocalories. The earth, remaining earth, empty land without croplands, remaining land produce 440 kilocalories. Why the cropland produces high 3285 kilocalories? Because a proper management, using of pesticides, using of fertilizers, using of irrigation, a proper mechanism is there for cultivation of crops. Therefore, they produces high net primary productivity. It is the experiment belongs to Whittaker. According to Whittaker, the net productivity of the land is 10.9 into 10 to power of 10 tons year. Average value is 730 grams by m square by year. So it is the net productivity. Land belongs to land. This is almost twice production value of oceans. So comparison ocean and land. Land means you think cropland. Oceans are produces just 155 grams, but land produces 730 grams. Not only double, it is almost 4-5 times greater than. 4-5 times greater than when comparison to land and ocean. Because solar radiation, use of fertilizers, pesticides attribute the higher production values of land, agriculture land. Why agriculture land produces more and more net primary productivity than ocean? The land absorbs more solar radiation, use of fertilizers, use of pesticides. These are main causes to production of NPP greater than ocean. In ocean land interface, some nutrients are available from the runoff. Only the runoff available in rainy season. In that moment, the ocean land shows better production. The ocean land present at peripheral of oceans, but not in center area. Only peripheral areas should produces some NPP. As well as tropical forest, twice as productive as temperate forest. Just before I said tropical forest almost 2 times greater than temperate forest. More than 60% of terrestrial primary production occurs in tropics. So where tropics are there? In Mediterranean line, upper and lower line, up to 23.5 north, 23.5 south. This area is called tropical zone and subtropical zone. Together is called tropics. Tropical and subtropical together, how much primary production? Almost 60% of primary production occurs at a tropical and subtropical region. But productivity is very poor at polar regions because there is no temperature, there is no proper nutrients, there is no decomposition at polar region, as well as in desert area. In desert area, they are suffering from crisis of water. Therefore, decomposers also very less. That's why nutrients are go to very less. The plant cannot produces proper production. Plants grow better on soils because receiving more light. Normal plants grow better at a tropical region. Large part of the earth is in low production category. Our earth planet almost large part producing low production. Oceans constitute Earth's surface nearer 75%, means 3 by 4th. 3 by 4th occupied by ocean water. The ocean water cannot able to producing NPP. Remaining 25% of Earth's surface is land. Only the 25% is capable to produce perfect primary production. Out of this 25, 28% occupied deserts. 28% of land occupied by deserts. Out of this 25%, from this 28% of land belongs to desert. Deserts also poor production areas. Remaining how much? Remaining 72%. Then the peripheral region of the oceans, the edges, the coastal areas of edges of, maybe that is 8%. When 72, this 8, together 80%. Earth surface falls in least production area. So these are producing least production area. Efficiency of primary production. One experiment did by Edgar Tansiu since 1926. Tansiu experiment, that is, he was demonstrated the production efficiency in his study of harvesting 10,000 corn plants in 1 hectare. Weight is 6,000 kg. So he took 10,000 maize plants. For his study, 10,000 corn plants harvested in 1 hectare. Their weight is 6,000 kg. He calculated 2,675 kg of carbon in 10,000 corn plants. So 10,000 corn plants contain how much carbon? 2675 kg. Only carbon. It is equivalent to 6,687 kg glucose. Glucose means C6H12O6. Carbon means only C, carbon. So carbon weight is 2675, glucose weight is 6687. 2675 kg is equivalent to 6687 kg. Through the one formula, that is molecular weight composition. It is the molecular weight. It is metric weight. C6. One carbon atom molecular weight is how much? 12. Atomic number how much? 6. Carbon atomic number is 6. Molecular weight is 12. C6. How many atoms are there? 6 atoms. Every atom molecular weight is how much? 12. 12 jar 6 how much? 72. At the same time, the C6H12O6 molecular weight, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen molecular weight together 180. 72 molecular weight of carbon, metric weight is 2675, already measured by Tansiu. 180 molecular weight, it is equivalent to 6687. It is the glucose metric weight, it is the carbon metric weight. So glucose, this is kilocalories, millions. Solar energy utilized in percentage. Incident solar radiation. Incident means total solar radiation on corn crop. How much corn crop he took? 1 hectare land. 1 hectare land trapped how much solar energy? 2043 million kilocalorie. Only trapped but not utilized. That 2043 million considered as 100%. It is trapping solar energy. Now utilization. Energy has incorporated into 1 hectare corn plants, 10,000 corn plants. Net primary productivity already we calculated it is equal to 6687 glucose. Out of 6687 kgs, in their respiration, they consumed 10,000 plants consumed in respiration, their respiration 2045 kg. So this is the net production, it is the respiration consumption, together it is the GPP. So actually 10,000 plants produces 8,732 kg. Out of this 8,732 kg, 2048 are consumed, utilized in their respiration. The net one is 6687. As well as in energy, total trapped 2043, but they collected 25.3. For net, 7.7 for consumed, 7.7 percentage of energy from the trapped utilized for respiration. Totally 33 kilocalories are produced. How much utilized? 2043. Out of 2043 trapped energy, from this only 33 are utilized. Remaining 2010 kilocalorie become wastage or reflected to the atmosphere. Only 33 kilocalorie are utilized. From this 33, 7.7 kilocalorie consumed in respiration, net 25.3 are net. Then 2043, just 33 are consumed in their photosynthesis. 7.7 is respiration, 910 in transpiration. Left remaining 1100 are reflected into the atmosphere. Once again you observe here, totally how much solar radiation trapped by that 1 hectare crops? 2043. In photosynthesis, 33 kilocalorie are utilized. From this 7.7 consumed in respiration, net 25.3 kilocalorie energy stored as net. It is the net production. The net production coming from this energy. Some of the energy utilized in transpiration. Remaining 1100 reflected into the atmosphere. But in percentage level, trapped 2043 kilocalorie is equal to 100%. You consider as 100%. From that 100%, 1.6 trapped energy utilized in photosynthesis as GPP. From this 1.6, 0.4% consumed in respiration. Remaining 1.2 as NPP. So it is the energy. How much? Out of 100, just 1.2 percentage energy stored as net primary productivity. 44.4% wastage in transpiration. Remaining 54% of solar energy reflected into environment. So 1.2 is net, 44.4 is transpiration. Together how much? 46, nearer 46. It is the energy budget of an hectare of corn crop during one season of 100 days. These results are belongs to 100 days. One season result. Gross production by solar energy into 100. 33 million kilocalorie by 2043 million kilocalorie into 100 is equal to 1.6. So this is the 1.6. So this is the 1.6. This is the 33. This is the 2043. So 33 gross production, 2043 total solar radiation into 100, only 1.6 as GPP. From this 0.4 utilized for respiration, remaining 1.2 is stored as NPP. Energy of respiration by energy of gross production into 100, 7.7 million kilocalorie by 33 million kilocalorie into 100 is equal to 23.4. So it is already came 33 million kilocalories came. 23.4 is indicate cellular respiration. So entire 100%, for example, it utilizes how much? So the 23.4% indicate cellular respiration. That 1.6 total how much? 1.6. So 1.6 is GPP, 0.4 is respiration. That 0.4 is equal to, from 1.6, 0.4 denote it is equivalent to 23.4 percentage. This 23.4 percentage is indicate cellular respiration. So from the GPP, 23.4 percentage utilized for their cellular respiration, remaining as NPP. Consider how much remaining? Almost to 66% as GPP. Another scientist, Galley, in 1960 reported efficiency of energy utilization by temperate grasslands to be just 1.2%. So solar energy how much? 1.2. Before we got how much? 1.6. But in temperate grassland it is 1.2. In oceans just it is 0.2%. According to Odum, it is indicate efficiency of freshwater algae, it become 5%. But in Whittaker experiment, before table, the table has, we got how much? Just 1.6%. Entire the 100% solar energy, plants are consuming, utilizing prepared produced GPP that is equivalent to 1.6%. According to Odum, the algae, freshwater algae, almost 5% of solar energy utilizes their production. So algae are exhibit a drastic character, huge amount of solar radiation trap and utilizes, store in the form of GPP. Then secondary production. Secondary means second. The rate of resynthesis of organic matter by the consumers is known as secondary production. So producers means plants. Plants are preparing own food material, that is called GPP. That is called GPP. The same plants are utilizes some amount of that GPP in respiration, that is called RC, respiratory consumption. Remaining production is called NPP. This is the net. The NPP is transferred to the next tropic level. They are called consumers. So the consumers are get food material from the NPP of producers. After taking of that NPP, that consumers again resynthesize, means the resynthesize of that organic matter by that consumers is called secondary production. The secondary productivity is not divided into gross and net amounts. According to Odom, this term used assimilation rather than production of consumer level. So now we are calling as assimilation, not production. Secondary production considered as assimilation because consumers are resynthesize that organic matter. Now it is called assimilation but not secondary production. Secondary productivity is mobile. That assimilation is mobile, keeps on moving from one organism to another organism. For example, the tiger eat to the deer. Deer also consumer, tiger also consumer. From the assimilator energy transfer from deer to tiger. The tiger indigest and prepare, resynthesize that organic matter in suitable in its metabolic activities. In respiration loss, autotrophs are 20%. Respiration loss. Herbivores 30%, carnivores 60%. So which are maximum? Carnivores. They are purely non-vegetarians. Carnivores are more food consuming in respiration. In autotrophs it is just 20. When compared to autotrophs to carnivores, autotrophs are 20%, carnivores are 60%. Almost 3 times greater than autotrophs. Carnivores are utilizes secondary production or production material or food material almost 3 times greater than autotrophs because they need more energy. Net productivity decreases with each tropic level. So it is the first tropic level, second tropic level, third tropic level. That net primary productivity gradually decreases. The percentages also known. Secondary production also involves transfer efficiency between various steps in energy utilization. In secondary production, new tissues are added to the biomass of the organism. Always new tissues are adding to the organism. These are 3 types. Efficiency are 3 types. Assimilation efficiency, production efficiency, consumption efficiency. The first one, assimilatory efficiency. It is the ingested energy. Ingested means digested, completely assimilated. After we are swallowed food material, that is completely digested. That is called assimilation efficiency. It's depend upon quality of food ingested. The flow of energy through community depends on the production efficiency of its biota. Biota means all living organisms in a particular area. Production efficiency. The proportion of assimilated energy used to increase the energy content of the population. More energy consumed in maintaining body temperature. So more energy consuming for the maintenance of body temperature, thus leaving less energy for production. Here more energy allotted for body maintenance, for body temperature. Less energy utilized for energy production. Thus birds and mammals have lower rates of population growth. Population growth is very lower of mammals including human. So birds and mammals are completely population growth is very less because more energy consuming for body maintenance because we are hot animals. our body always stable 36 degrees centigrade. For the temperature maintenance, more energy releases for stability of that body temperature. Less energy using for the production. Therefore, population growth is very less. P by B ratio. P means production, B means body. Production by body ratio. Rate of production is also correlated with body size in animals. Production linked with body size. Rate of production and body size. Which production? Photosynthesis, food material. Rate of production for unit biomass in population decreases as the body size of individual increases. So when it is PB is decreases, size is increases. For example, rodents means rats, mouse, that species come under rodents. Rodents have P by B, a ratio around 3:1. 3 belongs to rate of production, 1 is rate of body size. Here production rate is 3, body is just 1. But whereas in African buffalo, rate of production is just 0.1. For body size 1, it is almost 10 times greater than. Production, rate of production versus body size is 1:10 ratio. So for production is very less, for body 10. Therefore African buffalo is too strong than rodents. Consumption efficiency. It is the third transfer efficiency of importance to heterotrophs. Less amount of transfer from one trophic to topmost consumers. It measures the amount of energy transferred from one trophic level to next trophic level. It is the consumption efficiency. Finally, the very minute energy are present in topmost consumers. After death, topmost consumers are herbivores or producers. These all dead and decay parts convert into simple parts by the decomposers. The remaining amount energy transfer into decomposers. Thank you who are watching this video. Namaskar.